Hey everybody, Jim Chester here, Chiro Hustle live stream. We are down here in Clearwater Beach. I have Dr. Clint Steele with me. Welcome, man.
Hey, thank you so much for having me, man. I appreciate it. Excited to be here.
So let's talk a little bit about what brought you to Clearwater Beach and why you're here at the ChiroThin Forum.
Well, what brought me to first off, we're in Florida, man. Like, I live in Maine, so that's first off, like, just looking out at the beach, right? Although we have nice beaches in Maine. Secondly, though, Dr. J and I went to school together. About a year and a half ago, I started using ChiroThin in my practice. We'll get into it, I'm sure, but there's a couple different reasons why. And I've heard great things about the first forum, and I said, you know what, I got to get to this forum. I was in New Jersey yesterday. We had already signed up for a different conference, and he had asked me to come down and speak. And I said, done. We're going to be there. We skipped out on the other conference early so we could fly down here. We flew down here this morning. We left at 4 a.m. to get down here because I wanted to be part of this.
Yeah, so you're going to be speaking later on this afternoon,
Yep.
and thank you for making it down here in such a fast time.
Absolutely.
There's the 3 T's, thoughts, traumas, and toxins. Let's give a preview of what you're going to be talking about today.
Yeah, so a lot of people think that, chiropractic is about just detecting and correcting the subluxation. Guys, what about preventing the subluxation? Okay, Didi talked about it over 100 years ago. We gotta find out about thoughts, toxins, and trauma, right? Otherwise, we're just doing what the medical profession is doing, and we are just treating symptoms, right? Yeah, we're treating them naturally. Yeah, we're giving life force to the body. But if our patients then turn around and go out and continue to bombard their body with toxins and traumas and their thoughts are all over the place, what are we really doing? And so that's what the 3 T's, and that's how weight loss corresponds to chiropractic, is because we have to own the 3 T's. If you're not owning the 3 T's, there's something wrong. We have to own the 3 T's. And so that's what I'm going to be talking about.
Yeah, and a lot of times my audience knows that if we don't take care of the problem, we're just treating symptoms. Yeah. And, people are like, well, why would I only go to the chiropractor when I'm in pain? Well, it's a lifestyle. And I think that's what ChiroThin offers to people, is a new lifestyle to get them to the next level.
Absolutely. There's, the basis. Don't get me wrong. I know chiropractors are watching this, guys. The basis of a healthy foundation has to be removing subluxations. Absolutely. Are we going to get rid of subluxations entirely? It's not going to happen, right? But we can reduce the occurrence of subluxations. We can increase the positive effects of the chiropractic adjustment by helping reduce the 3 T's. And so by teaching people how to eat properly, okay, reducing toxins. I'm going to be talking about in my talk here later. Reducing the weight. I mean, you're talking about 10 pounds, extra 10 pounds increases the amount of stress on the knees by 4 times. By 4 times. There's research out there showing that an increase in weight, 10 to 15 to 20 pounds, increases the lordotic curve. Why are we not addressing this? Because this is part of preventing the subluxation. Again, guys, we're never going to get rid of the subluxation. It's always going to be there. We're always going to have a job. Okay? Don't worry about job security. It's always going to be there. But we have to teach the public about how to reduce the causes of subluxation and how to increase the positive effects of your chiropractic adjustment.
You just said it there. So what I tell people all the time is we have to practice the 4-dimensional lifestyle. You have to eat right, you have to think right, you have to move right, and those James Chestnut's tenets. But the thing that he didn't mention is we have to start with the adjustment. And I think that's the baseline of chiropractic. Adjustment first, all else follows. It's like the big idea.
It's what brings everything together. Listen, all this other stuff is going to work. You decrease your toxins, you improve your thoughts, you decrease the amount of trauma on your body. It's all going to help. But man, when you throw in the chiropractic adjustment, all of a sudden, like, oh my gosh, that's when you start seeing like amazing miracles, right? That's when you start seeing kids that can't walk that are all of a sudden walking. That's when you start seeing cancer reverse. That's when all this stuff starts happening. Okay, the chiropractic adjustment has to be there. Absolutely.
And really, the body's just an organism. It just needs to know what to do, and innate intelligence clicks on when there's no interference.
Yeah, but if you have too much toxins, too much trauma, or your thoughts are wacky, okay, that's causing more interference. So they leave your office. You just performed the best adjustment ever, right? But they leave your office and they turn around, they're smoking a cigarette and they're drinking alcohol and they're eating some cookie doodles, whatever, chocadoodles, whatever. Like, What happened to your adjustment? You know what I mean? Like all of a sudden we got all this stress back on the body, right?
It's about congruency in your health paradigm. It's about congruency in the chiropractic lifestyle. And that's the reason that I think that working with a team like ChiroThin is so important, because you're actually mitigating the amount of toxins inside of someone's body so they can respond better, because what you're going to do is you're going to diminish their inflammation markers, and you're going to allow the body to actually heal from inside out, the chiropractic lifestyle.
Yeah, now you mentioned inflammation. Now, chiropractic has been proven, chiropractic adjustments regularly been proven to reduce inflammation, to increase the immune system's ability to fight off disease. Just the chiropractic adjustment alone, absolutely. But now you're throwing in, you're getting the trauma reduced because people are losing weight. You're reducing the toxins because you're teaching them how to eat properly. And what does that do to their mindset? You know how many people, I'm going to talk about this in my talk, but do you know how many people are suicidal because they're overweight, especially teenagers? I'm going to go over a stat that's going to freak you out, man, because these kids that are overweight, that are being teased at schools, they're increased, their thought process when it comes to suicide is increased multifold. And so we need to change that, man. And so, yeah, the chiropractic adjustment is going to help. Absolutely. It doesn't mean like if you're doing weight loss in your office, it doesn't mean that you're less of a chiropractor. In my opinion, it makes you more of a chiropractor because you're addressing the 3 T's.
And if you're a doctor of the future, like Edison said, that's today. You're the doctor of the present, brother. It's 2018. And if we don't wake up and know what we're doing, why we're doing it, and who we're doing it for, then you're the confused one. So I love the certainty that you have for the chiropractic philosophy and for the science and for the art. And if we keep those things powerful within the chiropractic profession, we don't have lost chiropractors. And I think that what I've seen over the past 8 years of working in this profession is we've developed a lost generation of chiropractors that don't know why they're doing what they're doing.
I was there. Okay, I didn't share my story with you. I'm going to share in my talk, but I was there. I was treating neck and low back pain, and 17 years go by, and neck and low back pain, neck and low back pain, neck and low back pain, and it's like, man, I'm sick of this. Like, I'm a glorified aspirin, basically. I quit. I was never gonna practice again. 3 years go by. A good buddy of mine talks me into getting a chiropractic again, and I'm like, yeah, but I'm gonna do it my way, and I'm gonna share the truth of chiropractic with my following. And boom, like start killing it. Like, diabetes reversed. We see, depression reversed. We see asthma reversed. All this stuff just with the adjustment. And then when I throw in, the 3 T's and changing the 3 T's, then my results get even better.
So let's touch on that a little bit before we jump off. TrueChiropractic.com. What is that?
TrueChiro.org. It's
Okay.
TrueChiro.org. It's spelled TRUCHIRO.org. Basically, it's a program that my wife and I started. Basically, when I got back into chiropractic, I had so many people coming in saying, Doc, where I was telling them the truth of chiropractic, how we deal with the nervous system. And they're like, wow, I didn't know chiropractic was about this. I thought it was just about neck and low back pain. I said, no, absolutely not. And they'd say, well, do you have someone in Colorado that I can see, or my sister lives in Georgia, or my brother lives in Sacramento? Can you find someone that they can see? And so we start Googling. My wife and I start Googling like chiropractors in that area. And mostly what we found was neck and low back pain doctors. And unfortunately, I didn't want to send these people to someone like that maybe only see them, 5 or 6 times. They never hear the truth of chiropractic. And so we started a searchable database of what we call true chiropractors that focus on wellness-based chiropractic for a lifetime, from womb to tomb. Chiropractic adjustments weekly or every other week, for a lifetime. So you're changing people's lives. You're not just changing neck or low back pain. Yeah, that's important. But guys, why did you get into chiropractic in the first place? To change people's lives, to change communities. And so we started this searchable database, and now what we're doing is we're partnering with docs to go out and share the truth with their following. Because we just saw people in there that raised their hand that they've never done Facebook Live. Almost probably 3/4 of the room raised their hand. Okay? So there's a lot of ways to reach your following that doctors either don't know how to do or they're not doing. And so what we do is we put together a system where I took my PVA from 12. You're familiar with PVA? Patient visit average from 12 to over 100. And there's a specific system that we use to get to that point. And now what we do is we go in and we partner with doctors and we help educate their following. We do it for them. educate their following so that their PVA can increase, so that they can change lives, so that their income can increase, their stress levels decrease, but most importantly, they're changing the community around their office for the better, for a lifetime, not just for neck or low back pain. And that's what chiropractic should be about, and that's what chiropractic is about.
Awesome. Well, this guy's so fired up for the principle. I love the passion behind his message, and I want the same type of care he's talking about. I don't want an insurance-based care. I want to get checked and adjusted regularly for the rest of my life, at least once a week. So if I'm subluxated, I don't want to live in a life where I'm not corrected. I want to get adjusted as necessary once a week for the rest of my life until I hit the tomb. So.
Sign me up, man.
Cradle to.
And here's the thing. Is what we found. We partnered with Dr. Chris Zano. I'm sure you're probably familiar with Dr. Zano.
Oh yeah.
He talks about the truth, and innately people know the truth. They know the truth, but they've been just camouflaged with all this big pharma crap and big food crap and the medical jargon that just buries that truth. And so when they start to hear the truth, guess what happens? They innately know it, and guess what? They want it. They want it not only for themselves, but they want it for their families. And that's when your referrals start going up, your retention goes up, your reactivations go up, and that's what we do with True Chiro. Going back to True Chiro. Sorry,
I love it. I love it. Because when I interview people, it's not my message; it's your message. So thank you for sharing so passionately.
Thanks for letting me.
And the other thing is most people just don't know where to go or who to trust, so they fall into this paradigm of poor health. Now that we know that TrueChiropractic.org is out there,
TrueChiro.org, TrueChiro.org. I think you linked it. TrueChiro.org.
Yeah, it's in the description of the message.
Yeah.
But when people know where they can go, who they can trust, that changes the paradigm for the future of this beautiful profession of chiropractic.
Yeah, absolutely. It totally does, man. Like, people don't know. Like I said, I know. And I was having a hard time finding true chiropractors by Googling them, right? And so now what we're doing is, we're going out and doing radio interviews, and we're doing TV interviews all across the country, and we're feeding people into the searchable database on our website so that people can find true chiros in their area.
Awesome. Well, Dr. Clint, thank you for sharing with me today.
Man, thanks so much.
It's a pleasure.
It was a pleasure. Appreciate all the work that you're doing, man. Like, you're not even a chiropractor, and you're working harder than a lot of chiropractors out there in sharing the truth of chiropractic, man. So hats off to you, man.
Well, what I like to say,
I give you a hug, man,
is we're keeping free speech alive and well in the chiropractic profession, sharing everybody's story. And I like to close out. Is that okay?
Absolutely.
You guys are just one story away. Keep hustling. See you guys in the next one.